Oops. Got to bring my microphone down. Good morning, everyone. We're starting a little bit early, just a few minutes, just because I've got a lot to do today and I need to turn my light on, and I'm hoping that it works this morning. Fingers crossed that that actually works and doesn't turn off on me. But yes, so today, welcome in, first of all. And I've got so much to do today. Hi, Augie. First, and Wokey, hello. How you doing? Glad to see ya. How you doing today? Welcome in. First time. So yes, we do a 2-hour stint of focus and break times. So 20 minutes of focus and 15 minutes of break. Augie, hola, ¿cómo estás? Wokey, happy Wednesday, let's rock this day. P.S. It's you, Oh, you're Mandalicious from YouTube. Awesome. Welcome in over on Twitch. Glad, as always, to see you. And you're doing well. Glad to hear it. I love your Twitch name, by the way. It's really good. I like it. But yes, you're doing good. You're going through the motions. Sometimes going through the motions is all that we can do. You go through the motions enough, and you know it becomes your default for the day. You know, you go through the motions, and soon you're not just going through the motions, you're actually doing and living the thing. So Augie, ooh. It's your ode to the Ewoks, your favorite Star Wars character. Oh yes, I like it. Ewalkie. Okay, I got you now. Ewalkie. Nice. Augie, you love Ewoks. Ewoks. You know, the M and the W, very, very easy to get confused on your keyboard. You know, they're so close together. Anyway, yes, we do 20 minutes of focus and 15 minutes of break time over the course of 2 hours in our Work With Me streams. Now, allow me to explain what's going on today. So, normally, we have a morning stream that lasts from 10 a.m. to noon UK time. And then we have an afternoon Work With Me stream that goes from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. UK time. However, today I have an online course live stream that I have to attend at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So, instead of doing 2 hours, I've just suddenly, in the last minute, decided to do 3 hours today. Alright, so we're going to be doing, hopefully, Hopefully a total of four um chat focus and chat sessions, break sessions instead of our normal three. And if we're lucky, I'm hoping to be able to get a fifth one in there as well. So we're gonna do a slightly longer morning live stream, and in lieu of doing a morning and afternoon just today. So, and the only reason I'm doing it, like I said, is because I've got this online course thing that I live streamed that I've got to attend. So, Astana, hello, hello. Glad to see ya. How you doing? Augie, one is just the upside down version of the other. Exactly. Vwoki is your nickname. Vwoki is your nickname is V from. Okay, so you combined it and Vwoki was born. Sorry, my tongue is just completely tripping over things today. It's fine. I would say that I haven't had enough caffeine, but I have. I've had like an entire cup of coffee, and I've got a cup of tea here as well, to drink. This, by the way, this was from. There's a story behind this cup. So, Hotel Chocolat used to do a subscription box, and it was very elite subscription box. It was only open to like 1,000 people, and I managed to get in for that subscription box. It was only open to 1,000 people who lived in mainland UK. And they sent me every month. I would get like special chocolate and little, keepsakes like this. They gave me a tea towel, which has since, worn out. And they gave me this, and I absolutely love this cup. The heat radiates all the way through it, so you would think that it wouldn't keep the thing inside of it warm, but it does. I don't know how. But I made this tea over an hour, about an hour ago, and it is still drinkable. Despite this not being an actual, a proper thermos cup. I just had a tea towel over it to keep the steam from coming out of the top. But yeah, it's still very drinkable. But yeah, that's the story of this. So there you go. Astana, you couldn't sleep for like 2 hours after going to bed, so you're very tired. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Astana. I hope that you're able to sleep better tonight. Maybe you can take a nap in the afternoon if you're not too busy. Loki, your brain is working good again after yesterday's good news, so it's gotten the boost it's needed. Nice. That's good to hear. So yeah. Let me get rid of this. Excuse me. Let me get rid of this tea towel real quick. Yes, I fold my tea towels. Okay. There we go. Asana, you wish, but you've got choir practice later. I used to love being in a choir. I can't sing anymore, because of the taking testosterone for so long. I used to be a high soprano, a medium soprano. I couldn't reach the really really high notes, but because I've been on testosterone for so long, I've lost that soprano singing voice, and I'm no longer an alto, and I can barely hit notes anymore. So even even tenor is too high for me, and bass is too low. So yeah, because of testosterone, that is one of the things. One of the negatives of taking testosterone is that I've completely lost my singing voice. Now I'm certain that if I took classes and started practicing again, that I might be able to find a proper range again, or extend my range a little bit, but I can't afford classes, so Augie, you can hit all the notes. Even professionals can't reach, just not in the right order. I like it. I like it, Augie. But I wish you well in choir practice, Astana. Augie is funny. He claims that he isn't, but he has a really good sense of humor. So I need to stop fidgeting with things on my desk. I don't know why I do it. It's just I see something on my desk and I have to grab it and fidget. People are like, you should buy a fidget toy, and I probably should, but I've tried fidget toys. My son Paul has an entire drawer full of fidget toys, and it's like I've tried playing with his fidget toys, and they just don't hold my interest. What about any of you? Do you all play with fidget toys? Out of curiosity, you know, do you all play with fidget toys? I need real quick to bring up a thing because I do want to talk about during our next break the latest Sims 4 news. So, because I am a gaming channel, at least I'm meant to be a gaming channel. So, yes, knowing being able to talk about the latest gaming news during our breaks is it makes sense, right? Loki, what about like crystal bracelets? You like wearing too, and when your fingers want to fidget, you roll the beads. I just I can't stand anything on my wrists, mainly because I've got very hairy arms, and any like um watch, if I wear a watch, bracelet, whatever, it pulls at the arm hairs, and yeah, just ouch. All of the ouch. I mean, it would probably teach me not to fidget, because if I'm wearing a bracelet and fidget with it and it pulls all my arm hairs out, that would probably teach me not to fidget. But yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's like I've just grabbed this, which is the cup off of my water bottle, and I'm just like waving it around. It's like my hands want to do things, um, but at the same time, I just get bored of the whatever I'm fidgeting with after about 10 seconds. It's fine. Loki, you 100% understand. It's a painful experience when, yeah, it is. It may stop the fidgeting, but you'd rather go with something of a fidget that works for me. Yeah. Like I said, I might just have a play with my son's fidget drawer. Because, like I said, he has got an entire drawer. It's like a desk drawer, size wise. It's a small drawer. It's about yay big, yay wide, a drawer deep, and about like, well, and then it's about like that deep, um, and it is just stuffed full. He's got fidget spinners. He's got those plastic pop things that's meant to simulate bubble wrap, but does never has that same satisfaction as bubble wrap. He's got some articulated snakes and loads, just absolute loads of stuff in there. That I might have to just try to play around with. Astana, you guys should be gulping down on coffee. Don't drink too much coffee. Even when I'm tired, I've noticed that after a while, I still, there comes a time in the day where it being daytime overrides me being tired. So hopefully that happens with you. And you're maybe you're able to go to sleep earlier tonight, and so that you can catch up on your sleep a little bit and get a good night's rest. Hopefully. Anyway, my friends, it is time to start our focus session. If you want to add to your own task via the Super Sweet bot, there is a little bit of help I've just put over in Twitch. Otherwise, we've got all of these commands here that you can use. Just feel free to use them. Super Sweetbot will add them to your list and will take care of everything. I do need to do a clear all, which will get rid of all of the current task list. And then if I do my current task, there we are. So that is my current task. And for the next 20 minutes, my microphone will be muted. The music level will go up so that you all can hear it a little bit better. And let's get started. I will talk with you all again in 20 minutes. And that is the end of our first focus session. I got one thing done. I put um a new panel down below for the schedule. I swear there's a actual schedule page for Twitch where you can put in your schedule. I can't find it. Did they get rid of it? Do you all know? Because I went through all of my settings on Twitch dashboard and cannot find that schedule page at all. So I don't know if it's like a old thing that you can only access if you have the specific link, or if they've taken it, if they've gotten rid. But yeah, I swear there used to be one, and I can't. Augie, there is a separate schedule page. Okay, I can't find it. I've looked high and low for the thing, and I cannot find it. Which is weird because I know that it exists because I've used it before. But yeah, I've been through I swear I went through the entire side panel of my Twitch studio dashboard, and cannot find that link anywhere. So, okay, there definitely used to be one as you were on. You checked mine on Monday to check if there was a co-working stream, but you see nothing on my page now except for what I added. Yeah, exactly. That's I'm like, I know there used to be one. Twitch is like Twitch is gaslighting us. That's what it is. Twitch is gaslighting us. But yeah, I'm like, I swear you used to be able to access the schedule page via the streamer's streaming page. But yeah, I can't find it at all. It's just so weird. Augie, go to settings, channel schedule. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Um, Twitch, you have yours set up. Okay, settings. Okay, channel. Hold on, I've got to find this here. There's my profile banner. There's my profile settings. I need to change my bio. There we go. Okay, let me save that. So let's see. Um, channel and videos. Okay, okay, I see it. Wait, where is it? Username, bio, social link. No? What? Schedule. Schedule. Oh my god. You seriously have to click through like 5 different things in order to find it. It's. Hold on, let me show you. It is. Let me make sure that I'm not showing like my streaming key or anything. Okay, there we go. It's literally here. So you go to settings, channel, schedule, and then it's here. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely mad. Augie, it is a real convoluted way to find it. It is. It's just so weird. Um all right, so I'm going to delete my schedule. Yes, delete it. Okay, so now we're gonna add a stream to it. I've got it all underneath my channel, underneath the video and my panel, so you'll all be able to see it. But at least, hopefully, this way, it's in my schedule as well. So, you all can access it via that way as well. Yeah. It is. I think it's so difficult to find because very few people use the Twitch schedule. So Twitch is just like, well, very few people use it, so therefore we're not going to make it easy to get to. That's the only thing I can think of. That is literally the only thing I can think of. I can't hear that music at all, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Okay. That is so mad. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right? Let me change this real. I know this is supposed to be our break time, but I'm gonna change it anyway, because it's not gonna be that much of a problem. I do wish that it would let us like click on multiple, for the frequency repeats. I wish it would let us change that, but it's fine. It's fine. So we've got co-streaming. There we go, co-working and studying. And then we do 10 a.m. for 2 hours. All right. And let's add another. So we'll save those changes. There we are. And now we've got every Tuesday, which is the same. So we'll change that. And then every Wednesday, which is the same. So we'll change that. And then we'll go back to Monday and go from 2 p.m. for 2 hours. So save changes every Tuesday. They really need to update this because this is such a pain in the neck to do. Now we'll do on Thursdays, Minecraft. At least it's Minecraft for this year. And that starts at 8 p.m. Whoops, not 7:30 Muir, 8. There we are. And we go typically until 10 because I like to be in bed by 11 because I'm old. There we are, and then we do every Friday. Whoops, wait a minute. Let's go back to because the title is not work with me. We're just gonna make the title optional. So there we go. Save changes. Okay. There's a stream already scheduled. All right, I'll just have to edit that one then. Fine. Minecraft with Paul. And that'll be on Fridays. There we are. And that's it. So now I can cut that out, go down, change the work with me title to nothing, and save changes. There we go. Okay, the schedule is now updated. I'm working during my break time. I should be ashamed of myself. But no, we got it. We got it. By the way, there is no, again, just to remind you all, we're going until 1 p.m. today instead of noon, and because I've got an online course during our normal time, and it lasts an hour and a bit, so I could say, instead of saying I'll start the afternoon live stream after the course, because sometimes these live stream courses run late. So we're just gonna run an hour extra today, and instead of doing an afternoon stream. It's how we're gonna do things. But yes, here we are. So I'm gonna show you now. Here we go. There we go. So there we are. Here's the schedule. So every Monday, well, the schedule unless things change, IRL stuff. So we've got work with me on co-working and studying every Monday noon, 10 to noon GMT, and 2 to 4 GMT. Same on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then on Thursdays, 8 to 10 p.m. GMT is Minecraft, and then Minecraft with Paul is on Fridays. So Minecraft with me, Portal Project Challenge on Thursday, and Minecraft with Paul on Friday. Okay. There we are. Actually, I'm going to change this to be Portal Project Challenge. There we are. Just so that you all know the difference between Thursday and Friday. Paul says he wants to do live streaming again this Friday, though, so we've got that to look forward to. He also says that he wants to play Minecraft on his own. And I keep telling him, you're not allowed on my computer when I'm not in my, you're not allowed in my office when I'm not in my office. So, and when I'm not in my office, if I'm at home, I'm still on my computer because I've got I've got extra monitors downstairs, and I just switch. I've got some switch boxes, and I hit the buttons, and then I go downstairs in the evenings and like play games and stuff. So I'm like, Paul, you're not allowed on my computer when you're in my office when I'm not in there. You can't play Minecraft on my computer without me. So he's like, he wants a TV and a console in his room. So once we're able to decorate his room and hang things up on the wall properly, then that's what we're gonna do for him. Is he's gonna buy himself a TV and he's gonna get himself a gaming console with Minecraft so that he can, so that he can play Minecraft on his own when he wants to in his room. So, and I am hoping that when he does that, it's not going to be for a while because we still need the people that my housemates that own the house, they want to put in heat pumps. So once the house has been fully rewired, then my housemates are gonna get some people in to hook up the heat pump. So we can't do any decorating or anything until that's done. And hooking up the heat pump is a whole thing because we got to replace the radiators, we got to and all of that stuff. So it's gonna be loads of fun. But no, the end result. Just look at the end result. Look forward to the end result, and yeah. By the way, I am still gonna be doing live streams while I'm decorating my office. So y'all will be watching me in the background when we do that. I'll do it like during our co-work streams. You'll be watching me back there. Behind me, put up wallpaper and paint and stuff like that. So, at least as much as I can do live streams, while doing it. Jeeves, you are stuck in a rather informative meeting. It's about bureaucracy. By informative, do you mean informative or do you mean actually informative? Because I ask this because my housemate had a meeting a while back, and I can share this bit with you because it was, he's like, was the worst and most worthless informative meeting that he's like that I've ever been to. And the meeting, they had to go specifically into the office for this meeting. And it was a 2-hour-long meeting. And the guy talked, I kid you not, for nearly 2 hours about raisins. Yeah, the meeting was all about when you get frustrated at work and you feel like pulling your hair out or you need a break, just pick up a raisin and look at the raisin and contemplate the raisin and look deep into the raisin at every little fold and just let your mind follow all of the folds of the raisin and make it a meditative experience, and then bite part of the raisin off and look at the inside of the raisin. And yeah, that was, the guy went on for 2 hours about that, and it was classified as an informative meeting. Wokey, raisins? No. Let you go get a raisin to continue wrinkling while you get frustrated at your work. Oh my word. I know, right? Yeah. and my housemate had to go in to the office and suffer through 2 hours for of that meeting. Just absolutely mad, wasn't it? Anyway, my friends, let's continue with our work. Another 20 minutes of focus and 15 minutes of chat. So I will see you all again in another 20 minutes. And that is our second focus done. And it is break time. I am happy about that. I got the stupid thing done. Rock, for those of you who are wondering what is that stupid command, Rock redeemed create a command for me. So in the channel point redemption on Twitch, you all have the option to use your channel points on a variety of things. So you can say that you're first. You can say that you're not first, but you're here early. You can say that you're here. You can celebrate doing a thing. You can tell the lurkers that we love them. Speaking of which, there we go. You can remind me to hydrate, or remind everyone to hydrate. You know, it's the same thing. You can tell me to sit up straight if you notice that I'm slouching. You can use your points to unlock a random sub emote, choose an emote to unlock. You can suggest that I raid someone after the end of our stream. You can modify a single emote from the channel to do different things that Twitch has set up. You can tell me to ban an in-game action. So like when I'm playing Minecraft, if you don't want me to build anything, you can ban building. If you don't want me to use my pickaxe, you can ban me using my pickaxe. You know, it's just a fun little thing. It lasts for 5 minutes. It's not for the rest of the game. But there's 2 other commands. There's pick a game for me, which is the most expensive command right now, and that will you can do that to have me play to play a game. But the way that works is that's on a Friday. So if there's ever any game or any Fridays when Paul does not want to play Minecraft, or if there's a Friday that Paul can't play Minecraft for whatever reason, then I will take the list of y'all's, pick a game for me, redemptions, and I will start at the top and we'll play, the top game. Currently, there is one on the list, and that is Fortnite. Rock wants me to play Fortnite on a night that Paul doesn't want to play Minecraft, which is fine. But a while back, he did the one that's 2,000 channel points, which is add a command, and you can literally have me. You can add any command that you want as long as it's family friendly, PG-13 at the most, and doesn't violate Twitch's terms of service. And if I don't like any command, then I can veto it. But Rock wanted me to add a stupid command. So when I do something stupid, like, I don't know, if I smacked myself accidentally in the head with my ring weight, for example, that would that would count as something stupid. Or if I was playing Minecraft and walked off a cliff, that would also be considered to be something stupid. So yeah, then y'all can do !stupid plus. So and that would increment the timer by 1. So yeah, that's the whole thing. That's how it works. So I've set that up. I have now officially set up that command. So anytime I do something that you all think is stupid, then you can redeem. You can activate that command. It's totally free. It doesn't cost any channel points or anything to activate. So there you go. If you ever want to, but it's got to be, remember, !stupid space plus to add to the counter. If you just want to know how many times I've done something stupid, then it's just !stupid to see the current timer. So that's how it works. Same thing, I've got a death counter. So !death to see how many times I've died. in the current game that we are playing, which is Minecraft, and I have changed that counter to be 1. So we have died. Well, I have died once already in Minecraft this year, even though we've only played it once. Uh, I have died once because I decided to go out at night and explore the neighborhood because I'm not that bright, but it's absolutely fine. So I got that done today. So I'm happy. Jeebs 219 times in 2023. Yes. That was Borderlands. That was indeed Borderlands. Yes. We died, well, I died 48 times in Cyberpunk and in 2024. And in 2025, my sim died once in The Sims. Technically, there were a lot of deaths in The Sims. There were four deaths in The Sims while we were playing that we witnessed. There were like about 15 or 20 deaths in The Sims that we did not that we did not witness, that we were notified of, but I don't count those. But I only counted my sim dying as last year's death. So it's a thing, I only wanted to count the household deaths, and only one person, which was my sim, died in The Sims last year. So I have changed the death counter now to 1 for 2025. I have no idea how many times I'm gonna die in Minecraft this year. We'll find out. But yeah, 219 times playing Borderlands that I died. That was a lot of deaths over the course of that 1 year. That was so much fun. I enjoyed playing Borderlands with you, Jeeps. That was loads of fun. Yeah. Jeeves, it was Borderlands after all. Yeah, exactly. I have never met anyone who has never died in Borderlands. Everyone dies a lot in Borderlands. Death is part of the process. Exactly. Augie, how was my game night last night? Speaking of games, yeah. So it was a friend of mine's birthday celebration last night. His birthday isn't until like next week, but it was Saturday, but yeah, we celebrated it early at the board game. So we played his favorite game, which is Eldritch Horror. I've put a picture of the board, of the game, up on Blue Sky if you all want to take a look at it. But yeah, it's Eldritch Horror, his favorite game. We only play it once a year on his birthday because it is such a long game and it's got so many rules. It's confusing. I like it. I enjoy playing it, but the vast majority of my board gaming group, they don't really care for it, but I like it, and my friend whose birthday we were celebrating likes it, so we're like, he loves it actually. So we're like, okay, as a compromise between those of us who like it and those of us who don't, we play it once per year on my friend's birthday celebration, that is. But yeah, it was loads of fun. We won, which is very rare for Eldritch Horror, that you actually win. So if you don't know what the game is, it's basically set in Lovecraft's Cthulhu Elder God world, and you play as various characters. I think you can choose from 20 or 30 different characters that you can choose from to play as, and there's an elder god that you have to try to defeat or stop from waking up, and you do various things. So there's like mini quests that you have to do, that you go around the map and you do things. So little tiny mini adventures to bulk up your stats or get, collect items and get clues and all of that stuff. And then there's that's like your mini quests. Then you've got your secondary quests, which need to be done in order to figure out where the Elder God's lair is. So you do those by, again, going around the map and doing specific things. Like one of the quests last night was we had to put so many clue tokens on on that secondary quest in order to complete the quest, And once you're finished all the secondary quests, you then find the lair of the Elder God, and then you fight the Elder God. Or in last night's case, we had to fight the Elder God, and the god had like 15 or 20 health points. So that was a battle and a half. But it was loads of fun. I enjoy it. It's so much fun. I don't know if a version of it's on Steam, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Augie, you found a new TV show to watch. It's called The Madame Blanc Mysteries. It sets in France, and Madame Blanc helps people solve personal mysteries while there's a killer of her husband on the loose. Ooh, so she solves other people's mysteries while trying to solve her own husband's mystery? Or the murder of her own husband's mystery? That sounds really cool, because you got the overarching who killed my husband mystery, and then all of the little subplots that's apart from that main mystery, but I'm guessing tied in some way as well. Good writers would tie them in, definitely. Augie, pretty much, it's easy viewing and enjoyable, relaxing TV. It sounds like a good one. Madame Blanc Mysteries. I'm gonna have to, I need a pen. It's like, I'm looking around my desk, I'm gonna have to write this down. I don't have an ink pen. I'm gonna have to find an ink pen, so that, and a little notebook right here next to me, so that when you all say something that I need to find or keep note of, I can do it. I'm actually going to. Oh, I can't do it on my phone. I don't think it's fine. I'll have to try to remember it. If you could put that over in our Discord, Augie, as a recommendation. I would really appreciate it. Add it to my task list. That's a good idea, Augie. That is a good idea. Request. Actually, hold on. Watch. Madame Blanc Mysteries TV. There we go. Okay, it's added to my task list now. Thanks for the idea there, Augie. That was... I need to use Super Sweet Bot, I can... The neat thing about Super Sweet Bot is it remembers you. I haven't tried accessing my task, my task list or my backlog on someone else's channel that's using Super Sweet Bot. I need to see if I can do it, and see if it remembers me across channels, because that would be really cool. I want to say it does, because it attaches your list to your username, which makes me think that it would remember you across different channels. So I'm gonna have to test that. But the neat thing about Super Sweet Bot is y'all can stay on my channel and just continuously type in the chat even when I'm not online, and continuously add and mark as done different things on your task list. So just so you all know that you can do that, Super Sweet Bot works whether I'm online or offline. So it is definitely a thing that you can do. Right, we are wrapping up we're getting close to another work period. So I'm gonna set the timer for another, if I can spell timer, for another 20 minutes on, 15 minutes off. And remember, my friends, we are staying until 1 p.m. this afternoon because of me not being here for this afternoon because due to the online course stream that I needed to attend. So I will talk with you all in 20 minutes. Let's get some work done. excuse me, we are done with that focus phase. We're doing really well today, my friends. How are you all doing? How's your work day going? Is it all right? Is everything? Hold on, I got ah, sorry, itchy ear. How's your work day going? Have you gotten anything done? Are you working through your tasks? Even if you've only got a little bit of one task done, remember that is still more than you started off with. Celebrate the progression, no matter how small. So, I'm working on currently working on writing some more scripts. Um, for some upcoming videos. Now, I've got one. I've already got 3 videos that I need to record tomorrow. That's going to be my job tomorrow. Is to write is to record 3 new videos. And that, but I need to keep up the momentum, and continue writing scripts so that if I get a spare minute, I can get ahead of myself a little bit and give myself a little bit less work to do during the week because I only have one day that I can record. Which is Thursdays, because my wonderful loving son likes to go out on Fridays, so yeah, I take him out pretty much every Friday, and weather permitting, uh, and we're out until like from morning until like late afternoon. So doing whatever it is he wants to do. Sometimes he wants to stay at home, and that's fine. Other times, he wants to go for a walk around the neighborhood or all the way into the city or into a neighboring town. He likes doing loads of different things, which is great. It gets me out of the house. It gets some fresh air, walking and all that. But yeah, Augie, you've done your work. You are now gaming. Awesome. You be gaming. That's literally your username, Augie, is Augie Gaming. So there you go. So what game you playing, Augie? Anything fun? But yeah, I'm writing up a bunch of scripts. I'm hoping to get 1 script done today. I have a total of 5 that I need to write out, so it's probably going to take me a little time to to get all of these scripts done. But I'm getting there. I haven't started recording the first scripts that I've got for this particular series, but yeah, I am getting there. Augie, you're playing Elite Dangerous. Why am I not surprised? Are you enjoying it though? Have you managed to get some of the basics down and understand some of the basics? So I do want to go ahead real quick, while Augie is letting. Yeah, Jeeps, how's it go? Exactly, yeah. Augie, you have got nowhere still, but you're getting used to the flying. Oh, that's good. The whole control scheme and that, yeah, it's all a learning process. You will get there. I believe in you, Augie. You can do the thing. So I would say feel free to ask any questions in the chat. But I have no idea about Elite Dangerous. That is Jeeves. That is 100% Jeeves area of expertise. So if you have any questions about The Sims 4, feel free. I can answer those probably. But yeah, I can't help you with Elite Dangerous, except asking how you're doing and encouraging you. Jeeves, which reminds you, you gotta pop in and send your fleet carrier to its next stop. Aw, good luck, Jeeves. Pigletish, hello, how are you, Annalie? You doing okay? Glad to see you here, and I'm just fine, thank you. I'm getting stuff done. I have gotten a few tasks done today, and I am very, very happy that I've gotten them done. So really enjoying the whole thing. Have you seen the upcoming bug fixes for The Sims 4, by the way, Pigletish? They are updating if you use mods in The Sims 4, or you are a mod CC creator, they are um yeah, they are. There's going to be some changes. There's going to be a lot of changes with mods and custom content due to this new DLC and base game update that's coming out soon. So many changes. I'm just reading the note that they've put on their the Sims team have put in their latest blog. Oh my goodness, so exciting, so exciting. Bigletish, you life is lifing, but you're getting by. I'm glad that you're doing okay. Hopefully life doesn't life too hard, though. You have not anything good. Okay, so looking at this, says on the 3rd of February, there's going to be a new base game update that introduces expanded and improved functionality for family trees, genealogy, and relationship data, which is going to be great for Sims 4 storytellers and legacy saves. It's going to be fantastic. So these updates, and this is me just reading directly, these updates are enhancing how Sims family connections are tracked and displayed, and they're going to be sharing more details very soon on their X account, as well as the Sims 4 newsroom website. And they're saying that because this is changing core game systems, they have found doing game testing that some mods, particularly those that extend or interpret family and relationship data, will be affected. This might appear in your game if you have these particular mods as missing relatives, unexpected relationship changes, or family trees that don't reflect what you expect, and they could negatively impact your save. So they say that if you use mods that involve generational gameplay, lineage, or complex family rules, they recommend that you remove those mods from your files before February 3rd base game update, and wait until the creators of those mods have confirmed compatibility with the new base game core updates. So, that's a massive, huge change to the game. Bigletish, amazing. You're about to start a new save, so you'll guess you're gonna hold off on mods for a minute. Yeah, that is definitely the best way to do it. So yeah, if you're gonna start a new save, or if you're working on a large, long legacy challenge, hold off on starting, like the 2nd of February. Hold off on playing those saves or downloading any new mods until after the update and the mod creators have said that they have updated the mods, their mods accordingly. And yeah, if you use any mods, definitely 100% disable your mods before the 3rd of February and before this update comes live, because otherwise you might be in a whole heap of trouble, and I really don't want anyone to lose their legacy saves. So important here. So if you are a mod creator, though, or you want more technical information, they have provided a forum link that gives a list of different Python code changes over on the forums. So let me just, if you want that link, I will give you the link in the chat. It is definitely, yeah, oh my, there's a lot to go through here. I'll give you the link now. But on the next break, I will go over this forum post so that you all can um, at least get a bit of an idea of what's going on. You know, I'll go over it with you and we can have a chat if you like. But going through the rest of the laundry list here. So they say that improving save file integrity continues to be a top priority, and since their dedicated investigation started back in September of 2025, they've delivered preventative solutions for a range of issues, both player reported and ones that they've identified on their own. They have shipped improvements to core systems, like slowly rolling out changes to scratch files and rental cheats to support the work. For remaining issues, they are awaiting further information from players who are experiencing these particular issues so that the team can investigate further. And they said that they will continue to monitor for any new player reported issues. They're also getting ready to shift their focus from investigations to longer term prevention. And they said that they're going to provide future updates via the laundry list instead of a monthly standalone post. And when these changes ship, they will be clearly called out in patch notes so we know when something directly related to save stability has been addressed. Which is awesome. You know, I love the transparency, let's be honest. So they are investigating a lot of community concerns. I'm just going to look through these real quick. It looks like they have resolved yet another photo black issue. The January 13th base game update caused even more photos to go black, and they have it looks like they're going to resolve that issue in the upcoming update, which is good. They fixed some UI issues, problems with game crashes when editing mermaids or aliens in Create a Sim, fixing just general, graphical problems, and so on. Pigletish, you really hope that they sort the photo issue. Yes, 100%. There's just so much. The problem with the photo problem the photos going black, that's caused by, like, from what I understand, it's caused by like 12 or 13 different bugs that they found so far. And they fix one bug, and if you know anything about computer programming, there's an old montage thing, where you fix a bug and 3 more bugs are created. That's not too far from the truth. It is a bit of a exaggeration, but it, especially when you get super complex programming like The Sims 4, it is very true. You fix one bug and 2 more crop up. So that is the whole problem, is they're fixing the issues, but because they're adding so much DLC and so much new code to the game, it's creating even more issues. It's yeah. It's a whole thing. But they're at least trying to fix the problem, So at least there's that. They're saying that they're investigating other community concerns for future fixes, and they want to make sure that we all know that some topics can be complicated to replicate and require an extended investigation on the developer's end. So even though they're actively reviewing, it is not a guarantee that they'll have an immediate fix for these for specific issues in time for the next patch. So this includes 5 different issues, such as the eyes and eyelid problems, where the people are having like major problems with eyelids like disappearing from their Sims. Their Sims will like have no eyelids. So yeah, they're working on that. They're also working on pets and horses disappearing in pre-made households. Strangers strangers injecting themselves in your Sims conversations. They're saying that they've begun investigating this issue, and the team is working on some new theories that could lead to fixes that they hope to share soon. Animals being stuck or disappearing in a Sims inventory. So some animals like sheep and goats, the mini sheep and goats from the Ranch expansion pack, um, are actually objects, and you can put them in your Sims inventory. But for some people, they're getting stuck. Or they're disappearing from inventory completely. So they are looking for. They're currently testing potential fixes for that problem, and hope to have. They hope to have more to share very soon. And Sims obsessively use objects. They have several proposed fixes under investigation for issues reported regarding that problem. And they're going to share new information as it becomes available. So, like, you know how sometimes your sim just obsessively makes coffee or obsessively dances, keeps turning on the radio and just keeps dancing. That's all they do. That's the type of thing that they're talking about there. So yeah, hopefully they fix everything, and they're able to get as many of all of these issues fixed in the upcoming update. But mostly, to be honest, while I would love those bugs to be fixed, I am really looking forward um to the upcoming improved functionality and expansion on family trees, genealogy, and relationship data. I cannot wait to see how that works. Um, it's gonna be so much fun. Pigletish, you hope so as well. Yeah, it's just so exciting, and you're excited for the expansion as well. It's everything that they've shared. It just looks so exciting, doesn't it? Am I getting? Yeah, I'm gonna be getting it. Um, I'm still part of the EA Creator Network, even though I'm planning on moving to mostly to Paralives more than The Sims 4. Once Paralives is released, uh, I'm still staying part of the EA Creator Network. So basically, don't tell anyone, but basically, so I can get free DLC. I like the freebies. We all like the freebies, right? Anyway, let's continue. Is it mean or wrong of me to stay in a creator program just so I get the free stuff? It's a great reason to stay in. I mean, you know, I don't want to give um, the PIF money, so why not have have EA give me stuff instead? It's not wrong at all. It's the only reason you'd consider joining now. Same. That's why I'm staying in, just to get the free DLCs. And also so that I can get the information, because they do tell us some information that they don't publicly tell. So I like knowing that extra information so that when they say that we can share it, I can then share it with everyone. It just makes sense, I think. Pigletish, thank you so much for the hydrate. I appreciate that. And for the posture check, let's roll my shoulders. Roll your shoulders, everyone. Because have you ever noticed that as you work, your shoulders just gradually, like hunch over like this, and you start leaning forward like this over your keyboard? Don't do it. Every once in a while, sit up straight, lean back, put your arms above your head like this, and just stretch out your chest and back, and roll your shoulders back, and make sure that your head is up and your shoulders are down and back. And yeah, good posture is really good for you. Pigletish, you like my new glasses? Aw, thank you. I saw these and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to get these frames. They're just, I like them. I really do. Okay, so my friends, my facial hair is looking lit. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to keep it groomed now. Because before, I'm just like, I let it grow, and when it gets too long and starts getting itchy, then I trim it. I'm actively this year trying to just actively keep it keep it nice and groomed. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, my friends, let's continue working, or else I will continue chatting with you all for forever. So, 20 minutes of work or focus time, and I will um, catch up with you all after our next focus is finished in 20 minutes. my friends, we are back. Let me just close the door real quick. There we go. My housemate opened the door earlier, and when they went to hand me my tea, and the door didn't close all the way when they left, so it's fine. It doesn't take much. It's absolutely fine. But yes, so I got new glasses. Um, my other glasses that I was wearing, these awesome shaped ones here. These are varifocals, and they're absolutely fantastic when it comes to either reading or like looking outside. Wow, it just suddenly got really foggy outside. All of that. But they're not so good when it comes to looking at my computer monitor. Um, my vision is very blurry with the varifocals because the intermediate vision isn't very good for computer monitors. It's just that is one of the weaknesses of a varifocal. It's great for everyday use, when you're outside or peddling around the house, but it's horrible. Varifocals are absolutely horrible for desk work. So I bought these, which online, and they were like super cheap. They were less than 100 quid. So, but I like them. They're very retro. They have this really nice marble, black to blue marbled effect around the frames, which are actually gonna it kind of matches with what the wallpaper behind me is gonna be once I get this room all sorted and looking nice. So I'm gonna match the aesthetics of my office space. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pigletish, you think my new glasses are also slay? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I like them. They're, like I said, they're very retro, and I can see so much better. I still have the whole vision problem with my right eye where I'm just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like there's a fold in reality. Like if reality was a fabric, piece of fabric, and you know how like you get these folds, like in your fabric, like in your shirt, you get these folds, in clothing or in blankets. It's kind of like that when there's a fold in your shirt. That's kind of what reality looks like to me. When I'm looking out, it's like there's a fold, so things are a little bit distorted, or I can't see whole bits. It's like a fold in reality is just like hidden parts of my vision. It's very difficult to explain, unless you have the same problem that I do. But yeah, I'm still waiting on the hospital appointment to be able, to get that through. So hopefully it works. Augie, you've been making lunch during work time. Nice. Pigletish, what a hack. Like a life hack. You're not actually calling Augie a hack. Oh my goodness. I love it, Pigletish. It's okay. Augie, you're not a hack. I love it. Piglish, one of your eyes went mostly blind late last year after a. So you probably understand what I'm talking about then. Because I've got full vision in my left eye, but my right eye, I don't have any peripheral vision in my right eye. So when I look at things, whole sections of my vision is just gone. It's hard to explain, but yeah. Last week you got an MS diagnosis. Turns out it was that. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. But at least you now know what's causing it, and hopefully you can hopefully you can get it sorted. So let's see. Okay, that's That is so weird. My housemate just sent a message saying that we got a quote from a passing gardener for taking care of the hedge, but they left the moment that the housemate mentioned that they couldn't make that type of decision right now. They immediately left. They didn't leave a card or anything, which just screams um not safe and not legitimate gardener. So there you go. Augie, you've been called a lot worse. Pigletish, that's wild. Yours was like more like double vision, like a glitch. Oh, that's interesting. Pigletish, yeah, as Augie said, hopefully you can find a way to manage it. Let me know how it goes if you find any way to manage your loss of vision. Because yeah, I'm 100% um I am a bit worried, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, until I go to the hospital and go through all of their tests and decide, you know, what they decide for me to do, there is literally nothing that I can do about it. So I'm I'm choosing not to worry about it until such time as I've been to the hospital and gone through their whatever tests they want me to go through. I have unknowingly lived with this problem for probably at least 6 months. So, in my mind, why should I worry now when I wasn't worried about it before and didn't even know about, you know, that I was having the problem? I just always thought that my eyes were tired or that my glasses were smudged, you know. I had no idea that I was actually having these problems and that my peripheral vision in my right eye was gone. Because it's like I can still see, but they're just like, yeah, you don't have any peripheral vision in your right eye. Did you know this? And I'm like, this explains so much. Big Latish, it is illegal to impersonate a gardener, sir. Sorry, I have to do the posh accent with stuff like that. It is illegal to impersonate a gardener, sir. I have to. I don't know why, I just do. Piglish, your vision is 90% restored now and will apparently come back to 100%, but will possibly recur when you're having a flare up. Still some answers about your prognosis to come. Oh, good luck. I'm glad that your most of your vision has come back. That is awesome. So yeah, I'm hoping that they'll be able to give me like some exercises that I can do, or maybe, you know, wear a patch on my left eye for a certain number of hours per day, or something, you know, to maybe strengthen the muscles in my right eye or something. Because by the way, your muscle or your eyes are connected to muscles. That's what causes your eyes to contract or relax when you're looking at things, you know, either close up or far away. Um, they're muscles. So, and there are exercises that you can do to strengthen the muscles in your eyes, which sounds really weird, but yeah. So things like wearing an eye patch on over your strong eye to force your weak eye to compensate, you know, for that loss and stuff like that. So hopefully, hopefully the hospital will give me something that I can do. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. But yeah, 350 pounds, by the way, our hedges and our gardens. Oh my gosh. This house was empty for over a year before we bought it and moved in. Oh wow, the fog has really moved in out there. Jeez. So it was all nice and sunny and blue sky 10 minutes ago, and now suddenly it's just pea soup. Paglita, she clipped my posh accent moment. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, what was I saying? Yes, overgrown garden. Our garden is completely overgrown. We've got a bunch of plants in the front garden that is like literally climbing over our boundary walls. So I gotta take care of that. that needs doing. We've got some really tall hedges that look like they haven't been clipped in well over a year. Um, so they're like currently nearly 9 feet tall and about 5 feet wide, as in like deep, and the hedges go for about 10 feet. But yeah, we that drastically needs trimming, um, but all in all directions. Uh, and the back garden has climbing plants and bushes and trees and stuff that just 100% need getting rid of because yeah, I think the back garden is so overgrown that I think a complete wipe is needed in the back garden. So somehow I don't think 350 pounds is going to when a gardener says, oh, it's 350, no. um there's yeah. Something that does not seem right here, 100%. Okay, so we were gonna talk about the code, the Sims 4 code changes for modders that's coming in the February 3rd update. So I'm just very quickly looking at this. So they have the team's modified the Sims 4 Python code for setting and checking the family relations between Sims. Some classes have changed their behavior to be better aligned with the new genealogy goals, while some methods have changed their names and signatures, and so on. So there is a lot of code changes. So there's about 5 logic changes that they've made, um, regarding sim information, geology tracker, and it says that from the base game update for the royalty and legacy expansion pack, it says from this update, it will not be possible to set any family relations in Python other than direct parental relations and partner relations for existing sim info objects. And that other types of family relations, such as siblings, grandparents, cousins, in-laws, step-relatives, etc., will be automatically deduced and managed by the new family tree service, and will no longer be able to be set directly anymore via mods. So that's definitely going to be interesting. The new family tree service is replacing the genealogy cache in the code entirely, so that now this new family tree service is going to keep a persistent, always growing family tree graph for all Sims in your saves, and it will keep the data about dead Sims even after they get purged from the save, unless they were manually deleted in Create a Sim. Pigletish, spill that tea. Oh yeah. So this is really, really interesting. I don't know how many of you know anything about computer programming. I only know extreme basics, so some of this is going above my head even. But the implications in this are absolutely wild. I'm gonna keep this break rolling a little bit so that I can continue going through this, because I think it's important to do. That we only have 20 minutes left anyway, so we might as well continue chatting. We have got a lot done today, so I'm really proud of us. So let's see. So it says that on every time the game loads, the game will synchronize the state of the sim infos with the family tree graph in the save, and family relationships between all related sims. So looking at they've given given modders here a bit of a synchronization visual here. So you got your main sim information, and then inside that sim info, you have what's called the genealogy tracker. Um, so the genealogy tracker tracks your sim's genealogy, parents. Um, and then you got your spouse, which is included in your sim info. So those two things combine, all of that information there combines into a family tree graph, which then feeds into the family relations, and it all basically gets updated via all of that information. It, like I said, it's complicated, but it does sound really, really good and like a fantastic update to genealogy and family trees in The Sims 4, which is going to be fantastic for legacies and challenges and just, forever saves and stuff like that. Hopefully, this means that you know how currently in The Sims 4 you get your genealogy tree and like say your progenitor sim, your very very first sim, after a while that sim like disappears from your genealogy, from your family tree. This fix should keep that from happening. So you shouldn't. The game will always remember your progenitor sim. At least that is how they're hoping that it works and how it should work. Bugs will be bugs, so I'm expecting a few interesting things to bugs to happen as a result of this genealogy update. But I am so excited for the implications of this update remembering our original sim for forever, basically. That is seriously awesome, and I just I cannot wait for it. I seriously cannot wait to see that in action. It's gonna be so cool. That's one reason why I create a new save every year. Um, I will play one save for an entire real life year, and then at the end of that year or the very beginning of the next year, I will create a brand new save. And the reason I do this is because and I constantly play with the same family in that save. And the reason I create a new save every calendar year, IRL calendar year, is due to this genealogy bug, because it's heartbreaking that the game forgets my OG sim, and that is the one that I am the most attached to, usually, because I start them off as a teenager, and it's always a rags to riches, and I get so involved in their story, and the game just forgets who they are after 3 or 4 generations, is completely not on. So that's why I create a new save every year. But hopefully I'll be able to keep that save going for an extra 2 or 3 years now, due to this update. So that we can but hope, right? We can but hope. So let's see what other things that they're saying here. So they go on about backward compatibility with legacy saves or forever saves. It says that that could have been changed by cheats and mods. It says that the game will attempt to reconstruct unknown parents in the family tree graph for parentless siblings and for grandchildren without parents from just their relationship bits, which is information that is stored in the code in the game, to keep relations with such incorrectly configured siblings and grandparents valid after this upcoming base game, royalty and legacy expansion pack base game update. They say that this will always prioritize safety, so it won't run in all cases. So that's interesting to see. A little bit more information. Let me see if I can take a look. So they're saying that in the code, it says that you can only set a new parent to a new, or set a parent to a new sim info that has no family relations yet. And you can do it twice to set both parents. So, for example, it says it's given some code sim underscore info dot add underscore parent open paren parent underscore sim underscore info comma is adopted equals false, then close paren equals connect sims in tracker and family tree graph. And then there's a code that is sim underscore info dot add underscore family underscore link, and then parent sim info, which propagates relationship bits from graph connections. And then you can do a parent sim info dot add underscore family underscore link sim info, which propagates relationship bits from graph connections and works backwards. So this is it says that setting parents this way in the code will not perform any checks for the appropriate and relative age of the parent. So, interestingly, by using this code, you could technically, because it doesn't do any relative age, you could set a child sim to be your adult sim's parent. Which is a bit problematic, but interesting if, say, for example, for storytelling purposes, you want a adult sim to to say that maybe their step parent is a sim that's younger than them, or maybe via adoption or something. You could work it out that way, and change the family tree in a brand new sim so that doesn't have any parents, so that it shows that their parent is actually younger than them due to some weird adoption or step parent relationship type thing there. So that is completely wild, and the storytelling purposes in that way are going to be very interesting. So and then again, there's code that they're given to set getting and setting spouses. So you can use the internal code in the game once this update is released to set a sim's spouse to any other sim. So, like, for example, if you want your sim to, for storytelling purposes, you want to say that your sim is married to Bella Goth, as an example, you can do that. But again, using this code doesn't perform any checks for age or an inappropriate romance restrictions. But let's say, for example, that, again, for storytelling purposes, let's say that you have your sim who is a teenager and they are dating another teenager. Your sim ages up to be a young adult, and the person that your sim is dating hasn't aged up yet. So that gets rid of their romance, their romance stuff, because yeah, even though it is problematic for an adult to be dating a teenager, and in The Sims, a teenager is classed as someone who is 13 to 18 years old. So if you can imagine, like, a young adult, someone who's like 19, being in a relationship with a 13-year-old, that's very problematic. But in real life, if you have two teenage sims dating, then the chances are they're going to be around the same age. So in The Sims 4, two teenage sims dating, they're going to be about the same age, and if you want those Sims to get married, you have to wait until the teenage Sim ages up to a young adult, just like your Sim did, or force them to age up. But with this code, you could technically make that teenager your now young adult Sim's spouse. Does that make sense without it sounding icky? Does that make sense? I don't want it to sound icky, but for storytelling purposes, this makes perfect sense to me. Pigletish, yeah, 19 and 18-year-old dating is fine. Yeah, so being able to do that would be good. Yeah, I agree. Um, I mean, yeah, you can age up the other, the non-household sim by cheats, but or mods, but yeah, being able to set it, the spouse, so that you can pretend, oh, well, they eloped, so they're suddenly married, type of thing. Pigletish, it does make sense, and the only people who would make it icky will have done this anyway via mods. Yeah, exactly. So they also talk about relatives, so you can there's some genealogy methods that they give. And I don't want to read out all the code because I'll save that for a YouTube sheet video as I can. So, but this code is very interesting. And this code here is genealogy methods. It's basically, it says get parent sim IDs gen. So generate the sim IDs for the parents of your sim. And the same thing, get children, get siblings, get immediate family, and get family, which is, like non-immediate family, like cousins and stuff. So the code, all of those codes will return ID generators for the mentioned groups of sims related to the main sim. It says you need to have a valid sim to run these methods, so it won't work if you only have an ID of a sim which has been purged. But it's by running this code in like the cheat console, it should give you all of the ID numbers of the sims that your sim is related to. So, like, for example, if you don't know who your sim's extended family is, you can run the get family sims ID gen code, and the game will give you all of the sim IDs. It won't give you their names, but it will give you their ID number, so that you can then, modders will then be able to go through those ID numbers and figure out exactly who your sims are related to. Or you could do specific cheats to teleport the sim with that ID directly to you, so that you can direct to your sim, so that you can then introduce yourselves to each other and stuff like that, which it makes sense. And that's a pretty interesting bit of code that you can use. And they go on to say that there's a read-only navigating the family tree method. So it's a traverse method that allows the code to navigate the entire family tree, starting from the sim ID that is passed as the first parameter. By default, it traverses through all linked nodes, including those corresponding to already purged sims, which have no sim info in your save anymore. And it says every traverse node is either lived or living, and every edge of the graph is either parent-child relation or a marriage, and the caller can adjust the maximum depth with an optional max depth parameter, which by default is set to 10. So, yeah, modders are going to have so much fun with this. I am really looking forward to seeing... Here, hold on. I'll show you real quick. This is... Ah! Here we go. This is the code that they're talking about. So right there is the traversal mode. Um, Code that they're talking about here. So this is actual in-game code. But for those of you who you can read code, you can see how this is so, exciting. And mod creators are absolutely gonna have a field day with this. So yeah. Um I am super excited to see what modders make of this. 100%. That's just seriously gonna be really neat, absolutely fantastic. I really want to see how mods run with this. I really do, or how mod creators run with this information. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. So I'm excited. Are you excited about this? Because I most definitely am excited about this. 100%. So exciting. Okay, anyway, my friends, it is 1 p.m. I am hungry. I can't. I was about to say I'm very hungry, but I'm actually not that hungry because I had a huge tea last night, and if I have a huge tea the night before, then I don't. It takes me ages to get to the point where I actually feel super hungry. So right now, I'm at that stage where I'm like, I could eat something, but it's not like stomach growling type of hunger. So we're gonna end the stream now, and I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I'm gonna go to my online course. So which I'm very, very excited about. So anyway, my friends, please take care of yourselves. Please stay hydrated. Please stay safe. And I will see you all tomorrow night with Minecraft Portal Project Challenge. We're gonna be working on our village. I need to. The idea is because there's only 2 villagers left in the village. So I need to go to the village. We need to breed up our villagers. I think we've got. I want to say we've got like 5 villagers now because I did breed them up a little bit last week. So, but I want more villagers. So we need to breed up our villagers. I need to make some beds, so I need to find some sheep so that I can make a few more beds so that we can have even more villagers. And I wanted to start working on an area for like a work area for the villagers so they have all of their workstations in one area of the village so that I can more easily find them. And then I want to increase their homes, so make their homes a little bit bigger so that I can add more beds in the future. So that is the plan for tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time. I hope to see you all there. And Friday night, don't forget, is Paul's Minecraft stream. He says that he wants to live stream Minecraft again this week. So Friday night, 8 p.m. UK time with more of that. Don't know what he's got planned, what he's going to be doing. He will probably end up killing mobs, but, in his pit of doom. But, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time. But until then, have a wonderful day. Bye.